The AllMadeUp podcast is brought to you by airdrop.ai, the tool that allows you to generate passive income through using airdrops.
Airdrops?
No, airdrops.
But what are airdrops, Harry?
Airdrops are free incentives from cryptocurrencies which reward you for using and interacting with their application.
Right, so you're telling me I can set up a new revenue stream today?
Exactly that. If you go to airdrop.ai and sign up to the whitelist, you'll get invited to the private beta.
Well, I better go and do that.
And so should you at airdrop.ai. Sign up, make some money.
Do you know where Lewis is?
Yeah, he's probably signing up. At airdrop.ai.
It's all made up again. Yeah. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp podcast with me, Harry Stakini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up. I did American. I thought I'd start with American for the different languages.
Yeah.
It's so technically.
You were so
Dialect.
quick into saying, like, just clarifying what accent that was then.
Yeah, well, you know, it wasn't that clear. I'm not
You
good at
almost
accents.
turned that fast with your finger that I thought it was a gun. I thought you went full American.
Well, you know, I'm a method actor.
Like it.
What? I'm a method actor without a real gun, using it as a finger.
Yeah, we're in the UK still. I couldn't bring a real gun to the studio.
Yeah.
What gun would you pick? If you could pick
Yeah,
any
we all
gun.
know it's going to pick.
Probably a Glock.
Yeah.
A Glock 9.
Probably a Kalashnikov.
No. Let's start again. Let's start again.
You don't allow...
Let's just, honestly, I was off. I was off at the top, right?
You will never allow us to have personality on this podcast.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp podcast with me, Harry Stakini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, staccato.
It was a good one, that.
That was that had the just energy.
It had
That's what we
punch.
needed.
It had punch.
Exactly what we needed.
The first 15 times we tried this today, yeah.
But how we doing, boys? Are we all right? Are we well?
I'm good, sir. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm not bad, thank you. Yeah.
And you, Ben, are you okay?
I'm great, yeah. I've not had a big as weekend as Harry, but, you know, I've seen all over your
Mate,
Instagram.
I've had a big weekend. It's been a big couple of weeks, I'll be honest. I found out I'll be moving into my house in a matter of weeks,
That's amazing.
which is very exciting.
I wonder if I get invited to the house party.
You will do.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Just Sam.
It'll be later. It just
Yeah.
been Sam having a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the post-house party to the original house party.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found that out, which is very exciting.
Do you know what I found out? Harry thinks this constitutes an invite, right? So obviously he went out. He went out after we did a gig yesterday in Stanhill again, Oswald Twistle, the one we talk about quite often. On the way back, he goes, "Oh, I'm out tonight with Jordan Rees."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went, "All right, thanks for invite." He went, "Oh, come if you want." And he was like,
Not an invite.
"I've just invited you." I went, "That's not
Right.
not an invite."
It
No,
weren't
that's not an invite. That's you, like, you're an afterthought.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh shit, yeah," because he knows I'm not gonna come. He's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, come if you want."
Yeah, because he wants to make you feel uncomfortable, but he wants to know that he's invited you at the
Yeah,
same time.
exactly.
Right, if you're listening or watching and you've got an opinion on that, it weren't my party to invite someone to, but
It wasn't a party.
it was a
It
party.
was drinks, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had there was the group of us there. We played beer pong.
Did you book a room?
Yeah,
Was there a minimum spend?
I like that reaction then, Ben.
yeah. For the listener, Ben just
I'm just changed sides.
yeah. Just raised his eyebrow. But the point being was, went out for a little pint. Ended up in Albert's Loss. Danced, enjoyed myself. Shit at beer pong though.
Yeah, we were really good, so we could have been up your team.
Well, the point being is, when I have the house party, the housewarming party, you'll both be invited.
Yeah,
Right.
you say that like it's a treat. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can't win this, like, can you?
No.
Yeah.
I can't. Just sat in between two bitter lads.
Yeah. Well, we were there. What time will it start the party, do you reckon?
Whenever you arrive.
He'd be like, "Oh, Sam, you come at 5. Lads, you turn up at 9.
Yeah.
That's what we said to us.
What do you want from a house party? Like, if you're putting on a house party, what do you want from it? What are you putting on food? Are
Benji's
you,
going.
yeah, me and Ben are coming.
Yeah, we're coming. Yeah, actually, no, I'll ask you 2 questions.
okay.
Is Sam's coming or we're coming?
If I'm attending a house party, right, I would want a decent little spread. If I was putting a house party on, there'd be a warm option, there'd be some snacks, but it'd be bring your own booze. But I'd want like some effort in terms of there's a little bit of food, right? Because there's nothing worse than being at a house party and you're like, I'm starving, and they're like, we've got 6 pieces of bread in the freezer.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's fucking rubbish. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that is rubbish.
Yeah.
I hate
So,
that.
like the idea of
How many house parties have you been to where they've had 6 pieces of bread? Oh, not again. They've only got 6
Mate,
pieces of bread.
You'd be surprised. You know what I mean? But now I'm better. So like the idea of going there, and it's like you open the fridge and they've got loads of like pizzas that they're just going to stick in later on, and it doesn't have to be like when you've had a few beers. A pizza that's like £3 tastes amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So it's just like, and it's the fun of like, we're making it. We're a bit pissed. Don't need a tray. Just slide it on. You know, and then someone always puts it in with the polystyrene tray.
Yeah.
You forgot to take that off, and it's a moment making the food.
So that's what you're doing for your party?
No, there'll be a hot option. There'll be a cold option. I'll probably do like a big vat of chili.
BYOP.
Yeah.
Bring your own pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BYO.
People are like, what's that
It'll
even
be
mean?
BYOD.
Invite.
Bring your own dough.
Yeah.
See, that'd be a good thing as well. Like if you made enough dough and you could like, right, you can all make your pizzas. That'd be a nice little thing.
You want
But
that mess in your house first of all?
What I'm saying is, it depends what type of party you're looking for. If it's going to be ease, big vat of food.
Ease. You love ease, you. Like, depends what type of party. If we're on the ease.
Yeah. Before
But-
the chili?
Chill E.
I'd want a decent bit of food. Obviously, there's got to be some like bit of dancing later on, and I like a game. I enjoy a game.
Which game?
Playing games with us.
Do you know what's interesting?
He enjoys playing games with us, messing us around.
When we had the Christmas do at the my house just gone.
Yeah. Still there, aren't you?
Yeah, moving out.
Well,
But yeah, it was good. It was good.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But you are very much about organised fun. Definitely, you and Clem.
If we're playing a game, we're playing it right. You know what I mean?
Playing a game, but
the
like
rules.
Yeah.
had to do. It's like right activity.
Well, yeah. Well, because you get right. This is what happened, right? So we were playing. I can't remember what game it was, but it involved everybody being focused. And if someone's not focusing and we have to repeat the rules, that is no longer fun for anybody. And
It was
you was just
guessing
chatting
people.
constantly.
Yeah, it was guessing people, wasn't it?
Guessing, yeah, name on head.
Name and head. You had to guess. You had to either act like the person.
Yeah, and
Something like the film they'd been in or something. It was good.
it was very good.
You weren't taking it seriously, were you?
Too busy chatting.
Yeah.
What did you put on that
So,
pizza?
you're too busy having a good time
No.
in your own house.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
At your party that you've invited me to.
Everybody would try and have a good time, and you're chatting. Oh, I did this gig last summer with.
Oh, yeah. Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry, you've invited
that was
everybody.
That was part of the conditions coming to the party. A follow for an invite. Right.
Scan the QR code on the door when you come in.
I
Yeah.
wonder why there were that many people there.
But the point being was, if I had a house party, you boys would definitely get an invite, and there will be one soon for the new place.
Should we put it out to the listeners?
Yeah, where are you living at the moment? Just give your address because you're leaving soon.
Yeah.
Full
Where?
address.
The Greater Manchester area.
I'll put it on socials later. So, yeah.
But yeah, I've got to. Do you know what was nice was right? The letting agent came to the place that I've obviously been renting to come and like basically do like the check it over, and she interviewed me and Sam when we actually went to go and get the house, and it was such a rigorous fucking interview. But she's such a lovely lady. But she gave me a hug at the end. I was like, how nice is that? You know what I mean?
Yes. That's nice.
And I'm getting my deposit back. I thought that's quite a nice little thing.
Full
deposit.
That is unheard of. That really, to be fair.
Did you have clothes on?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a hug and then
Just thought
she's going to miss me.
I just thought that's quite a nice little thing. You know
No,
what I
it's
mean?
nice. It's really nice.
The landlord was there as well. He said, "Thank you for looking after
How
my
many
house."
people at this interview?
Mate, there was yeah.
All over there, his kids. You know, there's a policeman, a fire inspector. There's a.
Well, yeah, you come and check the house out, said hello, and
Are you going to miss your neighbours?
I'm gonna miss Mary, who lives on the street. Yeah,
Do you think you'll stay in contact with her?
she's quite old, so I don't think so.
What, do you think she'd die when you leave or something?
I think let's not get into that. But yeah, she's a nice lady.
You're looking at me like that for you.
He's wishing death on people.
I'm not.
Yeah. No, you know what? I can't bother keeping in contact with her. She'll be dead soon.
But not that anyone listening or watching is bothered about that. So what else has been going on, fellas?
You went to a festival as well, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's not about me.
Didn't you go to that festival last year?
Oh no, it was the year before I got.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I was at Cambridge Club Festival, which is a disco funk soul festival down in Cambridge, and I was doing the comedy on the Saturday in an apple orchard,
Really?
and the closest person to where I was stood on stage was about fucking 4 miles away. And
How long did you do?
I was MCing, so I was there.
Toxic trees.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. trying to get people to come closer. Yeah. It was like pulling teeth. It was a shift. And then I watched Tom Stade go on. And he walked off stage, and he was seamless and effortless. And I was like, be more like Tom Stade.
Yeah.
But the music was great. I watched Sister Sledge, danced my pants off to them. And
what's your favourite Sister Sledge song?
I'm thinking of you and all the things you do to me. That, or in fact, Lost in Music, I'd say. Yeah, we're lost in music.
Caught in a trap.
No turning back. We're lost in music.
I don't know that line.
Caught in a trap, no turning back. We're lost in music.
Yeah. Do you feel like you ever want to try my love and see how well it fits? Baby, can't you see when you look at me? I can't get this feeling when it hits. Yeah. All alone in my bed tonight, I grab my pillow and squeeze it tight.
Real tight.
I think of you, and I dream of you all of the time. What am I gonna do? Do. Oh no, I've gone chic. I was about to go into I want your love. This is like fucking colourblind all over.
Yeah, it's on Amnesia.
I've gone the wrong. But
what I was going to say, Ben, how much do you reckon it cost for a picnic at this festival that Harry was at? If you wanted to do a picnic though,
so take your own picnic.
I'm guessing it was
no. So Fortnum and Masons.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I got you. No, that was
the cup of tea.
Go on. How much do you reckon a picnic is? Because I was with Bethany, and she said I was going to book us a little picnic.
I reckon you're looking at about 200 quid.
But you're £8 off.
He's definitely not working class him. He's had it, hasn't he?
No,
100%. Oh yeah, I got the boat to Cambridge.
Stop it. No, you said like you made it out like it was a lot of money. You made it out like it was a lot of money.
You're a fucking champagne socialist, you lad.
It was £192 for a picnic.
That is ridiculous. Did you get it?
We didn't get it. Because, as I say, Bethune said to me, she was like, I was going to book it as a nice little, little surprise. And then she said it was 192 quid. I was like, yeah, I'm so glad you didn't book that. And then she went, yeah, but even if it was like 50 quid, I was like, I still wouldn't have booked it if it was 50 quid.
I would be on.
The top end I would have paid for a picnic would be 25 quid.
Yeah, 25, 30.
Speaking of cash, I did get us a scratch card for today. I thought that might be quite nice. Right.
Yeah?
On this scratch card, guys, for the listener and the viewer, it is 5 years for you, this is called. So top prizes of £5,000 every month for 5 years. So if we win this right now,
we could stop doing this podcast.
Yeah, we get £5,000.
We could sponsor our own pod.
Yeah. I've got a wash your ear, pal.
Right. For the listener, a scratch card. Let me just fill you in.
Paint the picture.
Scratch card here, okay.
Not that we endorse in gambling. It was just I thought it might be quite nice.
Yeah,
they're not from a different planet.
The AllMadeUp podcast, sponsored by the National Lottery.
Careful, Sid. Not factual. Just in case for the future.
But it's £2 this scratch card to buy. It's got tattered edges, and we're hoping it's going to give us £5,000 a month.
See?
Describe how you win.
If you win. Right, if you win, the prize is £5,000 for 5 years. Describe how you win. Right, match either a winning symbol to any of the 4 symbols to win a prize. So, right, the winning symbol is a shell. So we've got a coin. You scratch it out, and then scratch out the 4 coins next to it.
What am I doing? The top line?
Yeah, you've got to do the shell first.
You've got to find out what the symbol is. What is the symbol?
Winning symbol is what?
Ben is now scratching it. The symbol is...
Lotion.
Right, so if we match a lotion, now we've won, haven't we? Not £5,000, but we've won at least a prize. What's the second symbol?
Plane.
Oh, it's a plane.
Shorts.
Oh no.
Lime.
A lime.
Lime.
A line. Yeah, it's just a line.
Right. Okay. So we've not won on that first chance.
Right.
No. The next one then. I'll do this one unless you want to.
No, you can do it. You can do it. Right. So this is for our last chance. So what's the symbol, Harry?
It's a bikini.
Oh, sexist.
Right up your street.
Yeah. You bloody right.
Scratching a dead ass.
Yeah.
Right.
What come off?
The first. Oh, funny. Right. The second one is a suitcase.
Oh
fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's in the suitcase?
Passports.
Right. So we need a bikini.
A sun lounger.
Oh.
The final coin to be scratched Guys, it's a pair of sunglasses.
Oh, for God's sake! Right, well, you know.
We've had a shitter.
Yeah, well, that's it, boys.
Well-
I tried to just make us a little bit of money there, but obviously it didn't work.
We'll just have to go with that massive brewery partnership we've been offered instead,
Yeah.
don't we? Bloody hell, that's gonna be rubbish.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really disappointed now. Actually, I genuinely thought we was going to win.
It's
all right, mate.
Lottery.
Have you ever won on the lottery? Have you ever won?
Like £5.
Yeah, I won 50 quid once.
You won 50 quid.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm pretty sure this is how it happened. So when we were younger, my mum and dad obviously put the lottery on like every week.
Yeah.
Every week, right? They put it on every week, and I'm sure there was this thing called Hot Picks, right? Lotto Hot Picks, and what Hot Picks was like you can pick 3 numbers or 4 numbers, and if them 3 numbers or 4 numbers come up, you get a pretty big prize, right? It was like this different version of the game. Anyway, come home. My mum is absolutely buzzing. She's looked at lottery numbers. She's won.
Yeah.
450 quid.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
My dad come back and went, have you put lottery on? She went, yeah. He went, I did too. So they both won 450 quid because they both thought, because they do it
Same
together.
number.
Yeah,
So 900
same
quid.
numbers. So 900 quid. And then my dad went on a bender. And then my mum were fuming with him to the point where I got a new pool cue because he went, and my sister got Clubland 5 because she,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that is so far away from a £192 picnic. Yeah. So my mum and dad won 900 quid. They gave me a pool cue, and my sister got Clubland 5.
He said he ended up with a pool cue.
That is amazing.
How much did your dad spend on this bender? Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh God, that's so funny. Going into school. What's that? My mum and dad won the lottery. I've got a pool cue. And I Samantha, she got Clubland 5.
No, like, people are like, oh, you're moving out? No, just gonna have pool cue.
It was our Rachel, yeah, Clubland 5.
That is funny.
That is fucking funny.
Yeah.
She tickled you that.
Right, okay.
Anyway, right.
Right, so after
anyway,
that,
I won the lottery already because I do a podcast with you lads.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Did you gig this weekend?
I didn't, but you did.
I did. I gigged in Wrexham.
Yeah, how was that?
Done it with the lottery. No, it's brilliant. Brilliant gig. You're doing it a couple of weeks, aren't you?
Yeah, September.
I was bigging you up, singing your praises.
Oh, were you?
To the
Thank
crowd
you
as
very
well.
much. Oh, really?
There's
This
a
lad is
lad coming
in
on.
Yeah.
There's a lad coming
Hey,
on.
you think this is good? Just wait until you see him.
Yeah.
Let's not fill 5 more minutes.
Is it the next act? No, I think the show's every other month, so I think he's 4 shows away.
He does this great bit about a shopping trolley. I'll do it for you. Yeah. Oh, you haven't been to the supermarket?
That's funny. But you had a good time.
Yeah.
at the gig.
Brilliant, mate. Yeah, it was brilliant. I was like, do you know when you just... I wasn't not expecting the gig to be good, but you know when you just do them gigs and like the energy is just perfect in a room. Like the crowd was like, it's probably like 30 gig.
Yeah. Rake seats.
And then like, yeah, they were great seats. No, it's just like the energy was great. He's a great host as well. He just properly
Kevin.
got the crowd into a good place and they just wanted it. I don't think there's like much of the comedy around there.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, it was amazing.
Sat in the seats, we want this.
Yeah, they were amazing. They were like in the palm of my hand. I know what most crowds are, but this was particularly good.
Nice, like therapy party.
And
Yeah.
any particular joke which like hit it?
No, all
All of them, pal.
at one point I actually did say you need to stop laughing as much. I've only got 20 minutes.
Nice. Well, I think next time you should go on stage and tell the story of when Lewis' mum and dad won the lottery. Yeah, my dad went on a bender and I got a pull cue.
No, particularly.
That is so fucking funny.
I remember it. JJB, we got it from.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
At the till.
It's just the fact that 900 quid, your dad's like, I'm going to go on a bender.
A couple of days we were away, I think. Yeah.
Really? How much did he spend?
No, my mum got it, I think it was in sort of spite of my dad going on a bender, so it was like...
It's not to annoy you, got you a pool cue.
She got me the pool cue, because my dad weren't there, was he? Because obviously he was on the bender. Yeah. But anyway... Clubland 5, yeah.
See him walking in with a Walkman going...
Just imagine you trying to like practice and the balls are like vibrating on the table because of the music.
At the end of every week, each one of us becomes a freak.
Come on, turn it down. That's so funny.
Right, I reckon we say who our guest is for this week.
Yeah, okay.
I think we need to get to that point.
Our guest this week, everybody, is radio host, podcast host, and presenter Joe McGrath. He's on BBC Radio Manchester. He runs a very successful Sloppy Joe's podcast and also does Wingmen. Joe is someone that I met, I'd probably say about 9 years ago at the Frog and Bucket when he was kind of like starting to make his way into radio. So be very excited to have him on, see how he's getting on. And I'm looking forward to this.
Word of warning, his name is Joe McGrath, not Joe McGrath.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, you've known him. How long did you say you'd known him then?
Oh, mate, that's so embarrassing.
How long did you say you'd known him?
We should leave
Joe
that in as well. We should
McGrath.
definitely leave that in.
Joe McGrath.
Joe McGrath. How old are you, by the way? You met him 9 years ago. What did you meet him in school?
No, I met him at the Frog. I started stand-up when I was like, properly when I was 18.
Did you?
Yeah, well, no, it was 19. 18 when I did my first gig, yeah. I'm so embarrassed.
Why?
Joe McGrath.
It's Joe McGrath. You knew that. You just forgot, didn't you? You just forgot. It's not the end of the world. You've only known him 9 years, so it's not that bad.
Today it's going to be All Made Up with Joe McGrath.
Joe McGrath.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Enjoy.
And we're back, everybody, with Joe McGrath.
Hello, how are we?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Hey, it was good to be back in Lee. I've not been in Lee in ages. Do people know it's in Lee, or is it secret location?
No, we tell people.
Yeah.
It's good, that, yeah.
No one's turned up yet.
We're the biggest thing in Lee, mate. Right?
Literally.
I was outside for a little bit, and everyone's got a different talent coming in. I said hello to a table tennis player,
Yeah.
a couple of guitarists,
Yeah.
a magician. It's a great place you got here.
Yeah.
I think it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really good.
You were interviewing them, by the way, weren't you?
No. But there's a couple of people saying hello to me, and then you can guess the guitarist because he's got like a big thing behind him.
Yeah.
One man wanted to tell me he's really good at table tennis. He told me his 2024 record so far. That didn't make sense. Said he was an average of 6. Does that make sense to you?
What, at table tennis?
Table tennis, yeah. What does that mean, average of 6?
I
Do you think he'd No, that doesn't make sense.
Because you actually play to 11.
Play to 11 in points of 2 as well. It's like 2 serves each, isn't it, table
Is he
tennis?
cricket players?
Maybe I got it wrong.
No, we got loads. The lottery winners are in here.
That's
They're brilliant. Love them.
the only table tennis fella to play in golf shoes.
What they called? Them who sang "I Get Knocked Down."
Chumbawamba?
Chumbawamba in there.
In here,
No,
yeah.
they did there was a documentary.
No.
So across from us is an independent
They were,
cinema, and they created a documentary and it got aired there, and I think they came and like visited the mill and everything. But yeah, floor 2 is like the sports room, floor 3 is like sales, and then this is like the creative floor. So you got like cinema, loads of artists. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of cross stitching.
Who
Yeah.
knew that was so
They're repurposing loads of these mills all over, aren't they?
To do something a bit better with them, just sit there collecting dust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Last time I was in Lee, I actually went to visit a guy. I was sent there on a little job to see if I can get some good content from this guy who has got the world's largest James Bond memorabilia collection. Right, and he doesn't live in Lee, but he bought a house for his memorabilia. 70,000 different items, right? You come in, you see it all, cards, like little models of stuff, like posters of everything, and then you walk in through the hallway, and like there's this big fucking chunk of something here, and he kicks it and goes, "What's that?" Like it was a quiz. I went, "What do you mean, what's that?" He went, "What's that? What do you think that is?" And it's just, I don't know what it looks like. I can't really describe it. He went, "It's a bit of concrete from Skyfall, that."
Yeah.
He's got. I went out. You're talking shit, but do you know, like, because they don't use proper concrete when stuff blows up. Yeah. Just a big chunk of like hollow out material. And he went, he was loving it. He was kicking it. He went, "Fucking hell!" I went, "Do you recognise it?" I went, "Do a fuck."
Yeah. I remember that explosion.
He's been. I'm still selling bricks from the old Wembley.
Imagine if he was like, "No, I'm going to show you the real stuff," and he takes you into the loft, and Daniel Craig is chained to a radiator.
That's where he's gone.
Pay thousands for him.
That's the last time I was in Lee. It's a lovely place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I brought down a cul-de-sac.
No.
It's James Bond cul-de-sac.
No, of all the places, if I was going to store memorabilia, Lee would be it.
Did you think? Yeah. You couldn't take pictures of the outside of the house. He's worried you'd get robbed. You reckon he's got like £1 million worth of stuff there?
He's got £1 million worth of James Bond gear.
Yeah.
In Lee.
And he's in Lee.
He's in Lee. That's all I can say.
You'd think sell the James Bond gear and get yourself out of there. That's what I'd be thinking. You know what I mean?
People are a bit like it's his love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold myself back then, but it's his passion.
How many years ago was this, by the way?
About a year.
Oh, right.
I can send you some stuff if you want to drop it in the pod. But I'll show you as well afterwards. It's full. It's full. And I think it was a year because it was like 60. I had to go because it was 60 years after the first Bond film, like Dr. No, whatever.
Right.
This is all I can remember. So it came out in like 63 or something like that. So I went to see him last year, and the place was covered, but he was obsessed. Like he's always.
What was he wearing? What were we talking dress-wise?
Well, a suit and a boot, obviously.
Yeah.
Like Bond?
Block tie, yeah.
Oh,
he loves it.
Was he like, come, Joe McGrath? Like,
yeah. He proper played music as I walked in.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking hell.
His license plate keeps turning around.
That's so funny.
He comes out of the canal in the car.
He's the only Ring doorbell with a laser.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Fucking hell. No, but he was great. Yeah. That was a wild one.
That's funny.
So
That.
obviously you're doing. I was saying to the
Oh,
fellas.
don't worry about my mate Q, who he's living with. Just there.
I bet you know. You know, I've already I bet you know him.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised I haven't heard about him. I've lived here all my life. Yeah. Well, that's it. He's doing a good job.
You'd go and rob him.
Yeah. Go on. What was you going to say?
I was going to say it must be. I think me and you met each other about 9 years ago.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see the text I sent you? So you sent me a message saying, "Here's my number" on Instagram, and as I was typing that message in, or as I copied it from one to another, it said Harry S. I was like, "Fucking hell, I've got him already." But then that must have been from about 9 years ago when we were both first starting. Well, I was starting radio and you were starting comedy.
Exactly. I remember it being the Frog and Bucket, and if I'm right, you were doing a thing called the Cock In.
Yes.
And you were with a girl.
It's called sex, that now, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm getting there.
You interviewed me before doing the Frog and Bucket. So the Frog and Bucket, Beat a Frog on a Monday night is like a gong show. So you have to go on and do 5 minutes. For anyone listening, you go on and do 5 minutes, and there's cards in the crowd. If the 3 cards go up within that 5 minutes, you fucked off. Right?
Yeah.
And I remember you interviewing us beforehand, and I there was a night there. I'd won it a couple of times. But I don't know if that was the night, but
I remember you doing well though.
Yeah, but it was no. But I've not.
I've got a couple of times.
Yeah.
Well, no. The thing was, when you win it, you go back and you have to open it. That's like
They don't do that. They don't do that anymore, which is
I
disappointing.
think that's one of the hardest gigs I've ever done.
Oh mate, yeah. Well, I went
They're
back
dry.
a month later thinking, right, I'm bulletproof, and I got eaten alive. But you know, one of them. But that was 9 years ago, and then you're saved in my phone as Joe TV, because me and Tom Short did a thing with you in a studio. I remember that was like on Freeview.
So bizarre. Starting out, you used to do anything. Do you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
you do anything, I do anything in the radio world. So you say yes to mad shit. Some guy had a crazy contract. Like the government, for some reason, about 10 years ago, the government promised in one of their manifestos to make more localised TV, give budgets out for more localised TV. Don't know really why. So one guy it was like a grant, and one guy capitalised on it and like got fuckloads of money from the government, set up really shit studios.
Well, basic,
Like,
weren't they?
basic, like fuck. And then just like let everyone work for free there. But you obviously got I'm on telly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you were on
yeah.
like Channel 8 on Freeview, so you weren't far off, were you? You were flicking through, like you'd be there because it was like one of the old dead BBC channels that they got rid of. So you'd be on Channel 8 and you'd do something at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And at first we took it dead serious, but by the end, it was chaos.
I remember there was like a talking point on the one I did with you and Tom Short, and you said there was a woman that had a condition where she ate sponges. Like that was she had like that was a thing. She used to just eat sponges all the time. She couldn't stop it, addicted to it.
Eating sponges.
Yeah, and it's like we're talking about that for 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that woman in news recently who she had some sort of condition with like a pH balance or something like that, which was basically her body was producing alcohol in her stomach.
Oh, class.
So she was getting constantly pissed. It was
Brilliant.
It was like it was really
walking brewery.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it were, and they couldn't figure out what it were at first. But then they figured out like her body was producing alcohol, and I put her on like loads of like mad drugs.
She got like the police came and like did a breathalyzer. She was
Yeah. She'd be all that. Yeah, yeah.
They should have just put a tap on it.
I think that I'm sure that might have been part of the story or something like that. Yeah,
Pulled her over
yeah.
like
Imagine
8
that.
in the morning.
Sorry, love, we're gonna have to turn you into box wine.
Yeah, she's got a catheter. It's just a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, she's the only one at the work having done a kebab for breakfast. She's craving it that much. She's like, get
She's
it
so
over
aggressive.
here.
I don't know why.
Yeah, but that was that. Yeah, we did TV together. Mad that.
Exactly, but then 9 years later, obviously, Sloppy Joe's. That's
Yeah, I was just like-
smashing it, man.
Yeah, Sloppy Joe's good for. It's essentially a food podcast that developed into just talking shite.
Yeah.
Which I guess all podcasts eventually do. Good concept for a while, but then it's funny and it just talks shite.
Yeah, yeah.
So we started off as a food podcast, and then we had a producer who's a little Geordie fellow who's a very weird man. So he got into it a little bit more, and then just built up a nice. I feel like we're there, like as in like we always get. We don't get lower, we don't get higher than any views. Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
just. We've got our fan base now. We've tried so many different things,
Right.
but we're just at a very happy, all right level.
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
know
yeah.
that we've tried loads of different things.
Yeah.
We've tried in guests, we've tried in everything. We've tried in a little bit of marketing money, a little bit here, there. No, it's always just a steady amount of nice views, and we don't know what else to try. So I think we're just
At what point?
content with it.
So
We
it was
love
like, I
a good
imagine
thing,
you
though.
started out and it was building, and then it just got to a point where you feel like it.
yeah, tailed off
How
a
long
little
did
bit.
it take to get to that point for you?
Well, fortunately for us, we had it was a collision of like 2 different pods. So I was working on the Stephen Tries podcast for 2 years.
Yeah,
I was
right.
producing that whilst I was working at the BBC. Whilst I was working at XS Manchester. You had Jack Wood in it.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, yeah.
But I was before Jack. I was on the Breakfast Show with another lad. So I was producing Stephen Tries there, and then Joe Smith, who's the long-haired Joe, who's also in the Sloppy Joes. He's on a Man United podcast.
Right.
So when we came together,
You had
we managed to
followings,
bring in
yeah.
2 groups, and then they've never left, but no one's ever joined.
Yeah,
so we've
yeah.
always sort of
one in,
stayed
one
nice. One in, one out. Stayed nice and steady. Sometimes the viewers take a little sort of spike if we go live, you know, like a live YouTube channel, which is good.
Yeah.
But then it's sustaining it and making sure you don't say anything a bit radical and
Yeah.
not radical, but like something
radical.
Say.
Bring out the
yeah.
black flag, boys.
So
I did not know what you were going to say there. There's a moment where like they're in scrubs where it flashes before his eyes. I was like, bring out the, and I was like,
What was it about? So, and you do another one. Is it the Wingman?
The Wingmen.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
is a food. So I
That's with Max,
Max
who
Smith. Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
the reason I know him is through Stephen Tries, because
Yeah.
obviously the amount of content he's put out, I think he's hilarious. Stephen Tries, and
He's
like,
great fun, isn't
Yeah.
he? Get him on here. He's a good laugh.
Yeah.
He's getting back into stand-up.
Well, I know
It's
that.
exclusive, but-
I seen. He used to do stand up when he first started, I
Yeah.
think, and then was there something about he didn't enjoy it or something like
Thing
that?
is the only chats I've had with him is briefly about just the live element of it. And
Yeah.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
And I think
it's so funny.
Stuff to get used to, but no, Max and me have always had a love of food, and I used to review food quite a bit during lockdown,
Right.
for a company called The Mank, which is
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
And we created a show together, which was doing really well. But I just ate too much, and I needed to leave. And
Right.
I did. I left in the end. I called it. We got to episode 100, so we did one a week during the whole lockdown, and it was doing really well. Like, you go in and you change your takeaway's life. I'm not even being dramatic.
Yeah, I can
We
imagine,
go
yeah.
into a kebab shop. This kebab shop served kebabs at 10 a.m. and we thought that'd be a great first episode. So we went just an iPhone like that, and we reviewed it. Next thing, it just went crazy. Like, this was before TikTok really took off. It went Facebook mad, which was wild.
yeah.
So Facebook has got now and again we can have the opportunity to just go crazy. And then I still message to this day that people are still every day queuing outside, and he sells out every single day.
You know that lady
Called
with that pissed stomach.
Yeah.
yeah.
Called
Can I
the
have chips on that, please?
Well, that chap came about, didn't he, a couple of years ago? That Rate My Takeaway guy, and
he came in. He kind of killed it for me because I was like, he's too good at it. So I just took a step back.
yeah, but that was like lockdown time as well, wasn't
Yeah.
it? What's that?
Is he the proper, the big
big chap, like,
Have you
proper-
seen the one where it's the pound burger in Blackpool?
Oh yeah, I've seen
That's
that.
what it's like.
So
I'm
good.
here for a pound burger.
Yeah, all
And
right.
He's like, I've travelled, and Lee was like, last time I came, it was closed. What are you saying that in episode 4?
He's
Like,
such a lovely man as well.
so nice,
He's
like-
such a lovely guy. So yeah, so
good burger though for a pound.
So after that, we stopped doing like little reviews, and me and Max just now and again just go and on a little bit of adventure, make like adventure food videos.
He's a funny chap as well,
he's
isn't
a
he?
funny guy.
Yeah.
So we do one episode a month on that.
So how did you and that little gang sort of meet? Because from what I've seen just from like Stephen's podcast, YouTube channel, there's like a little gang of like creators who do stuff together. Yeah. So how did you sort of get in?
They all sort of met at uni. Although I was in the same year at them at uni, I wasn't in their comedy course. They did a comedy course at Sophie. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yeah.
It's gone now. It's dead.
Yeah.
Comedy course is
gone?
Yeah. I think.
Did Carl not do it?
No, who did it?
Jamali Maddox did it and then left.
I think Brennan Reese taught a module on there at some point. I think when I've chatted.
I don't know. There's a few people. It's a difficult one though because like comedy's one of them where you learn by doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like just by being live all the time and.
There's a lot of wacky people come from that.
Yeah.
I think it's encouraged to be wacky there. You're like, it's always the thing.
But it's like getting a book. I got bought a book on stand up before starting, as if like just have a read of it. And there's some bits and pieces which are like, okay, that's like if you're going to make a joke about something, whatever you're talking about needs to be really specific. Like if you're going to make a joke about Chinese food, it can't just be. It's got to be like shark fin soup, and then you can start taking the piss out of that. How does a shark feel and all the rest of it? But it's got to be so specific. And I was like, that's a good point. But at the same point, when you're performing in Oswell Twistle, and there's a guy sat in the front row that's like, I don't give a fuck about shark fin soup, mate. Just make me laugh.
Yeah.
I've got.
Speaking of that gig, how mad were it yesterday? So we put a gig on yesterday.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Oswald Twistle.
All right, is that what he's...
Yeah.
So yeah, the
It's a random place.
Yeah, the chap on the front row, how him and his missus met.
Yeah. So
listen to this for a story.
Just to give you context, this gig happens at 3 PM. Right.
Oh,
in
nice.
In a flat roof social club.
So what day is it?
Sunday,
yeah.
No natural light. We do
light.
one every quarter. Right. They're lovely people, but they all walk to the gig, so they get shit faced. And these two people, it's very white.
Yeah.
So we're
Been to Oswald Twistle.
Yeah. Well, but they had that was funny.
Yeah.
They had like bunting almost, which was on the ceiling, and that's not been there, right? And the guy that runs the venue, I said, "Oh, the bunting's good." He said, "Yeah, we had a gay wedding in," and I was like, "All right," and he said, "Yeah, they left it." But it was a gay wedding. And I'm like,
kept saying it was a gay wedding.
And then his mate was like, "We're inclusive here. Stop saying that." And he's like, "Well, it's two women that got married."
That's why he's enjoying it. Yeah. His little dirty fantasies.
Just not at the wedding. It was a gay wedding.
Well, is that why you didn't want to touch it? Do you think that's
We'll go near that. Yeah. Well, the point being was, these fellows sat in the front row with his wife. Said, "First time comes to the gig." He said, "Yeah. How did you hear about it?" Someone told me. And I said, "Right, I MC it all the time, so you don't want to repeat anything." So I said, "How did you two meet?" And she said, "We met in a nightclub." All right, what happened there? And she said he was doing a dare, right? But it didn't sound like he was doing
It was my accent. Oh, like pretty similar. So I said "duh." I don't say dare. It's like he was doing a "duh."
But then about 40 of them started saying that to me, and they sounded like a herd of sheep, like "duh."
Yeah, because he didn't understand what they were saying. So they're all saying
duh.
"duh."
he's posh, isn't he?
She was like pointing at his feet. I was like, "Was he dancing?"
Yeah.
And then I said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, he basically," he said, "all I remember was at the end of the night, I had a clean belly button." And I was like, yeah.
Fuck me.
So what
Okay, I'm
happened?
sat down, lads.
Yeah. So I was like, so what happened there? Right. And she didn't tell us how it got motted out, but
A belly button got licked out.
She was out with her fella, bumped into him, his belly button got somehow sparkling, and then he went to the toilet, she hid. And then he came back with 2 drinks, and she was like, "You're the man of my dreams."
Really?
And that is what a comedy book can't fucking teach you.
How you deal with that?
Yeah, you just like, well, here we go.
But it also teaches that maybe people's standards these days are too high.
Yeah.
Because
27 years have been together.
27 years.
27.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
But he's got a clean belly button still to this
Oh, mate,
day.
it's
Still sparkling.
Yeah.
Love at first lick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was wearing a boob tube,
Was he?
showing it off.
Did you all do the gig?
No, I'm lying. I wasn't even there. I wasn't invited.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
but it's a mad little thing. But obviously, since then, it's just you're doing loads. How'd you find doing the radio show?
Yeah, BBC.
Radio's all right.
Yeah.
BBC I do Friday, Saturday, 10 till 2. It's fun because I've got to try and make it a bit fun. You've got to do some of the serious stuff now and again. Yeah. But when you move away from that, obviously like the general election's up at a minute, so I'm just like...
Yeah, I see when you're going around, like you were moving, you wasn't at the studio.
No, I was at the studio on Friday. I was in Harper Haymarket.
Yeah.
You've got to try and get out and about to as many different places as possible. And because that's what you got to do. So I've just got to, even though politics isn't me, just got to brave it, to pretend I'm into it, and just go for it. Be the professional. which I did a good job. But Harper Hay, what a place! You ever been to Harper Hay?
I've been happy, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oof, it's
I
great. It's
went
great.
through it, locked my doors, and
It's great. It's a good.
Where does it politically sit?
Do you know what? I think it is. It's Labour.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
the
okay.
favourite colour's red, so that's why they tick it. So
Yeah.
That'll do. Yeah.
that'll do. It's Man United, isn't it? So they tick red.
Where's my crayon?
Bloods and Crips.
But yeah, so it's good. So going from one end of the, I'm going from a Labour place, which was Harpy on Friday, Conservative, which is Altrincham tomorrow.
Right, Alti Markets, yeah. There's a
Bang
bit.
in the middle of Alti Market.
Yeah.
So we got these balls made, ping pong balls, and you can come and drop your ping pong ball into the subject you're going to be most active about voting for, like the NHS, taxes, immigration.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see where people put it.
Yeah. In terms of content, it's like it's so good though, isn't it? Because people's like opinions on things go wild online now. Because like Joe Politics, you follow that?
Oh,
channel?
yeah.
That's gone massive now, hasn't it?
They go into some mad places and
Yeah.
get some great little box pops, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah.
You see like this guy, oh God, he looks a bit mad. Let's interview him.
Yeah.
He's got some mad opinions. Like, just looking like, God, he's got a twitch. Let's go and see him.
Do you, like you were saying about the Stephen Tries there doing stand up, like that live element? Do you ever have it with doing live radio? Obviously, just thinking like I'm a few words away from a massive.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how do you manage that? Because
It's tricky. I've got myself into a bit of hot water sometimes.
yeah.
And sometimes I think I'm going to get myself into hot water. This is about 2 years ago. There's all sorts that I could tell you. I probably can't tell you off air. I'll tell you off camera about one of them.
Okay, yeah.
Stephen Tries on the podcast know about it, but I don't want to repeat it because if it does come back up, I'll probably get bollocked.
Yeah.
But one of them was I was on social media. And I did my link, and it was like a 10-minute. I'm about to play a 10-minute package, so I did my link, and I was actually watching a few stand-up clips just whilst the package was going out, and there was all sorts of words being flown out and about.
Right.
And at the end of it, I've gone to put my mic up and say, what the package was about. Just read the back, and I realised the mic was up the whole time. So as the package is going out, now and again you can hear just comedians doing just bits with the crowd, and you can slowly hear it, but you can also hear an odd little fuck here and there, as the comedians going like that.
Yeah.
So that was about 2 years ago, and I remember just every day coming back into work going, we're going to get a complaint. 'Cause I listened back to it, and I thought you could hear the odd little, but you could hear someone going into the crowd, like doing bits into the crowd, and I was loving it. So you hear me chuckling as well. And then it must have sounded so weird, but I don't think I heard. Maybe it was just me. I don't think I heard any swear words. But I bet someone could have heard a little.
In the radio, there must be like the amount of complaints like that must come in for like the smallest things. Like Jason Manford had that bit about the woman that put the cat in the bin, and he made a joke or something about. He said, "I know everyone kicked off, but my dog was really happy." And like he basically said, you've got to apologise. And he was like, I'm not apologising. And then he goes back on, and he's like, well, I'm going to apologise, but my dog still thinks it's funny. People are kicking off, and it's like, he's come on, man.
The only other time we got a proper bollocking was on XS, where we decided it'd be funny because we saw someone in Germany do it. This is about 5-6 years ago. Someone in Germany, you probably would have seen it. They got off the tram stop at one end and raced the tram to the other tram stop and then got on it.
Right.
Have you ever seen that video?
Yeah.
So we thought, so it's only been done in Germany, thought it'd be great if we do it in Manchester. Get off at Piccadilly, leg it to Deansgate. So it's quite far away, me and the presenter. So we do it for charity, great fun. Anyway, we got a call off Paddy Power. They've seen it, they want to do bets. And instead they give a percentage of it to
the charity.
To the charity, yeah. So at one point, I was odds on with the tram. Do you know what I mean? I was 10-1, and the tram got 10-1 as well. So mates were texting me going, "Would you throw the race?" So no, I can't throw the race.
Yeah.
I want to win it. So we when we broke the news about Paddy Power, someone complained saying that they've been a gambling addict for years, and that knocked them off the rails.
Funny, yeah. And I'm also a tram
they've been
user.
Like clean for 6 months, but man versus tram sent them into a spiral.
Yeah, oh my
God. What we covered ourselves because we used all the right terminology, please bet responsibly and all that. So we did have a good team talk before saying it, but apparently we sent someone into a bit of a spiral.
That's funny.
Guilty of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Did you win as well? Did you get to the? Did you?
Yeah, we beat the tram.
How much by? Was it tight?
We had to. So the tram pulls up at Deansgate. I don't know if you know Deansgate.
Yeah.
But the tram pulls up, and it was a good joint effort because we got listeners giving us a bell and went, to the new Deansgate Square buildings. He says, I'm a cleaner in one of them. I said, what? I said, it's not open yet, but every day after the builders, I clean down. He said, when are you running? Because what I'll do is I'll set up my own little camera and I'll film you.
Amazing.
Christ, it looked like a fucking Hollywood production. we had 2 social media people on car park rooftops getting us running. We had a camera team on there, and these are just mates. We didn't pay for any of this.
Yeah.
And we had a listener there like that. Eyes on us, so when we came around the corner, honestly,
so good.
bird's eye view, it was unbelievable.
Some lad running with a boom.
Yeah.
Keep on it, Joe.
It was quality, and then we did just make it.
Oh, brilliant!
But it was funny because there was 2 people on the tram waiting for us, and
I pushed the emergency stop button.
hold it. But they told everyone on the tram. So when we ran in, we got a big round of applause, which was nice. But then the doors closed and we moved on to Cornbrook.
Right.
And there was a party waiting for us. The idea was we got on and then got off straight away, and everyone was cheering, champagne. But we got on and then oh fucking hell! We're miles away. Oh, gutted.
That's funny.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is going to be All Made Up with Joe McGrath.
It's all made up, baby.
So, Joe, welcome once again to the All Made Up podcast. I noticed before that you were mentioning that you had a character and stuff like that already.
You told me I think of a little character on the drive here. I was like, go.
But before we get into that, I'll just explain for the new listeners and viewers, if you're coming with us on this journey, in front of Joe there is 3 pots. We've got a green pot, a red pot, and a yellow one. The green ones are going to be starting our story. The red ones are going to end it. And the yellow ones are little curveball, swerve balls to throw us in a different direction in between. See, this is a writer's room. You're our lead writer. We're your assistants, and we're helping make this story together.
Brilliant.
But before we jump into that, we're going to build our character.
Yeah.
So what's our character's name for today going to be?
Well, I was going to... This is for me granddad, Willy, he was called.
My cat's called Willy.
Is he called Willy?
Yeah,
Cat's
yeah,
called Willy.
yeah.
Well, he's a William. And my dad's... and the William's the name for our family. And so is Joseph. Everyone's called Joseph. All the way back, my dad, and so they've all got middle. In Ireland, it's sort of like your middle name's your name.
Yeah.
In that sense. Yeah. So everyone's called Joseph William. I missed that bit, but his nickname was Willy. So we're gonna call him Willy.
I love that. I'm already loving this.
Have we got a second name for Willy?
I don't have a second name for Willy. What are we thinking?
Well,
do you want it?
You don't have to have a second name. We could just have him down as Willy.
Yeah, give him Willy. Willy's the nickname.
Right. Okay. So it's Willy.
And how old is Willy?
Willy, I'm gonna go 35 for the job he's got. 35.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And how big is Willy?
Big Willy. He's a bit smaller than me.
He's a dumpy little
He's
fella.
proportionate. Yeah.
He's above average. Yeah.
Go on then. So what you said about a job? What's the job he's doing?
Well, I thought this could lead us down a good little avenue here. He drives the Google Map
Car.
the camera.
All right.
cars.
Yeah.
And
So he works every
he's
4
a
years.
Great driver. He was Uber driver before that, but they wanted to, expand his horizons.
Yeah.
Got on the phone to Google and they said, get in one of our cars, and he does. Great Manchester.
Why do you want the job? I just want to travel, mate.
Just want to travel.
Yeah.
But he stays local.
Yeah. I've got a passion
so
for photography.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
So where is he? Is he Manchester born and bred?
Yeah, he's Manchester born and bred. Let's say he's from Burnage.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
Oasis.
Burnage.
Proper Manc then.
Proper,
Yeah.
yeah.
And who does he live with?
Do you know what? At the minute, he's living with... He's got 2 Budgies
Right.
and a missus
Okay.
called Sarah.
And is that the order he always says it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He forgets about the missus Sarah. Yeah.
Do you remember that clip that came out of them 2 pissed fellas going back to that guy's out?
yeah.
Do you want to come and see my budgie?
You
got a budgie?
Fucking love Budgies.
I love budgies, mate.
Classic. Budgie.
Right, so he's got 2 budgies and a wife called Sarah.
No, just a partner. They've been actually fiance, but they've been,
on and off.
engaged for 10 years.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
He doesn't commit too well, does Willy?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Doesn't see things through as much as he should have.
Right.
And what about
Just a quick one. Just while we're on the budgies, do they have names?
Sweet and sour.
Sweet. Love that. They love Chinese.
I can see this guy. I can see him.
I was thinking one being called Eric and one being called Cantona. Sweet and sour, right? And he met her when he was 25 then. What does she do?
This is a good question. I think she'd be like some sort of receptionist.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But like not somewhere like the doctors, maybe like a orthodontist or something like that.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
do you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
so
you
she
know,
takes her job seriously.
she takes
When
it
do-
so seriously.
When does your shift usually start? 2:30?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
works-
she
yeah,
She
that's
works
what-
in a private practice in like Timperley. That's what I've
yeah,
got. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, and what does Willy want? Like, what's his? You know what I mean? What's his kind of?
His dream.
What,
Do
yeah,
you know what?
If he really wants something.
I don't know how adventurous he goes with his dreams. He likes his life.
Okay.
He likes his routines. He likes his everyday. You know, he knows what he's having for tea Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
But he goes a bit wild on the weekends, and this is what I thought could like spiral out of control. Is one day, whilst Willy's, I might just jump in the gun here a little bit, but you might understand why.
I like this.
I want to paint him as a bit of a mundane kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, doesn't do much, but one day in his Google car, he takes a picture of something he shouldn't.
Right.
People are after him.
Right, okay, so
See what I
he's
mean?
witnessed something.
See what? Yes,
He's witnessed something. So, like,
but I don't know what yet. I don't know where.
There's all them conspiracies, isn't there, on like Google Earth, where they're like, oh, why is there a black spot there?
Yes.
You know, like,
Something.
All right, okay.
you know what I mean? Like them things like, if you go to these coordinates, it's for some reason it's blank. It's because it's the middle of the fucking desert. That's usually, it's like, why have they not been there?
obviously, we'll make sure we get jump into the actual pots in a second. But I think, you know, like them vans which go and deliver money to shops to sort of stock up the
security
chain.
vans.
I
Like,
always say the police are behind me.
Yeah.
Or the police are
Yeah, it's
tracking
like-
this guy.
like,
They fuck.
imagine if, like, because obviously they get robbed all the time or attempted to get sort of robbed. Like, imagine someone robbing a Google car and the sort of intel you could potentially have if so you know what I mean. So I'm thinking that's an angle. But before we go too
too
deep,
into it, yeah.
too
Pull
deep,
back, pull back.
let's go into these pots here. So
green, yeah.
pick up a green one. Where there's a blank, you need to say the name Willy.
Fucking hell. Does that say invaded?
This could work. Go on.
The day has come. Scotland have invaded England.
Right, okay. So that's how it started.
We've been waiting to use that.
How have we got? This is good though. I like it.
Do you know?
He
do you
took
know,
a picture of something he shouldn't have. The Scottish are fuming.
We've been waiting to use that prompt for about 8 episodes. It's come out
if-
every week.
Just as an idea, right? I like that as a start there.
Yeah.
What if he's taking a picture of like they've been digging a tunnel, right?
It should be diggling. Fucking hell. They've been diggling.
They've assumed, obviously, Adrian's wall's there, right? Instead
Yeah.
of going over it, we're going under it.
Going under
right?
it.
And they've tunnelled from Stirling. Right. And they've got to, I don't know, just let's say like Whitefields.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
North Manchester, and they're going to start integrating into the city.
Well, I reckon then we get rid of the bit where Willy just does pictures of Greater Manchester. Why don't we say he does stuff
whole
from
UK.
England? Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I think the thing is, I think we still haven't found the ending out yet. So let's get the ending. Let's get the ending. So as our opener is the day has finally come. Scotland has invaded England. So how's it ending?
Fucking, they lost the business and their children.
Right.
Which is sweet and sour, isn't
Yeah,
it?
sweet and sour.
You know, the Budgies have died.
Do you know that scene in Dumb and Dumber where he goes, "You haven't paid the gas bill.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta get any food. I get any jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off."
Such a good film.
It's so good. Right. So
Oh,
just repeat that for us, Joe. Sorry.
So they lost their business and their children.
Right. Okay. So that's where we're heading towards.
Right, so if he's tunnelled over from Scotland to Manchester, do you know in Manchester? I was watching a bit of a TikTok thing. There's a tube network in Manchester. You know that?
What was it?
They built like the majority of a tube network and then just left it. So there's all these tunnels underneath Manchester. So maybe they've built all the way down. They've tapped into this tunnel network,
Yeah, I like that.
and that's where maybe you've seen them coming out of a grid.
Yeah.
Something like that, I don't know.
How does he know you're Scottish though?
Yeah.
There's like loads of fucking
Bright orange
Rather than
hair.
iron brew on the dinner break.
Coming out, coming in shortbread. You knew it.
Yeah.
Knew it.
What I'm thinking is just so that we're like, so you've established that he drives a Google Maps car. He drives a Google Maps car. So obviously you've mentioned about them like sort of tunneling in for now. But is there an element of where like they're trying to hijack that car in order to sort of map the area themselves?
100%.
Yeah, so
Nice, that's nice.
right, you know what I mean? So
Willy-
it's like I'm just thinking, you know, the 007 guy he was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea of like a secret agent like infiltrating or sort of tailing Willy. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going at that angle, and then he's giving the intel to sort of say, dig here. I don't know, just so we've got that element of the car in.
Yeah, 100%. So it's modern day. It's today. Yeah,
it's today.
Right. Okay. Let's just put a date on when this story's starting. Like, is it June?
When St Andrews?
St Andrews. That?
Was it?
It's in the cold winter, isn't it?
It's in the cold night of
winter.
It's in the cold night of winter.
See what the Scottish will invade this pod. St Andrews.
It's in the cold night of winter.
It's all made up so we can make it up.
Well, I think it's not in February, is it?
Well, let's just say it's October, right? October 1st, right?
So not the cold night of winter.
Yeah, well, it's start of autumn, isn't it?
We're getting there.
Leaves are turning. It's pretty. I think so. It's hit the news.
Yeah.
Scotland, they have invaded England.
Mad
right?
that. You feel sorry for like the Lakes, wouldn't you? Because they're getting done in straight
Oh
away.
yeah. Newcastle's gone.
Maybe it's like every city. It's like an organised strike. You know what I mean? So it's like, they've been spotted in Carlisle, and then it's like they come up in Newcastle. Liverpool, Manchester, and they're going to take the north and then work down. Right, that's the plan.
Yeah, but obviously everyone's like dead confused because it's like, how have we not seen them coming? Because they are just arriving from underground.
Well, they've been here the whole time. They've been slowly moving down for years.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's Scottish.
I reckon there must have been some political tension for a while.
Yeah,
You know
it's been building.
So let's have like Nicola Sturgeon as she's like the Braveheart figure in this,
nice.
right? She's been rallying them, being like, they're fuckers down there, right?
Yeah.
There's less than 5 million of us living up here, right? We've got the Scottish Islands.
I think
But we're taking the bull ring.
Let's bring it back to the character a second, right?
Yeah.
Let's bring
because we've got such a big plot here.
Yeah. So we've got Willy, right?
Yeah.
So let's just take from that part that you've just said, it's been announced on the news.
Big time.
Scotland have invaded England.
Yeah. Willy's there.
Where
Budgies.
Where is Willy? Is he in his house sort of seeing the news? Has he heard it on his car radio? Yeah. Where is he when he hears the news, Scotland have invaded England? What do you think?
Is he driving his Google car?
I think he is.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, you've set the scene up. He's driving it. He's turned on the radio. Even I could break the news to him if you want. Tarantino style cameo. Yeah, I'm just there for like a little bit.
Go on.
Right, so let's say there's a song playing. What song's playing before this breaking news announcement?
500 miles.
Yeah. Some by the Proclaimers or something.
I want to be adored.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking any song and we'll sing it, and then you're going to sort of fade us down, and then you're going to do the announcement. So pick a song.
What song should we go for?
Should we go Darius Colorblind? Just because it's personal to the pod. Do.
Are we just going from chorus?
Yeah.
Nobody told me it feels so good. Nobody said it would be so beautiful. Nobody told me about your smile. You're the light when I close my eyes. I'm colorblind.
Do. So we have to interrupt Darius there with some breaking news coming from our colleagues in the north. Scotland have invaded England. Back to Darius.
Imagine that. Bit of congestion on the M6 going north.
Travel soon. Travel soon. He's like, what, man?
Right, okay. So that's just been broken to Willy on the radio.
Yeah.
What is his first thought running for his mind? Is it, I've got to go and get the Budgies? Or...
Well, what if he's in Scotland?
Well, let's keep him. He's in Manchester.
I'm just thinking of maybe a challenge for him.
Potentially, but let's go with what Joe's thinking here. So Joe is in the car. He's in Manchester doing his job. What is his first thought?
Well, has he in any way helped the Scottish, or has he in any way got anything in? Because that was the kind of one of the elements is that his camera might have taken pictures of stuff that can either help or hinder
I've got an idea.
Okay, go on.
I was about to say. So I'm guessing that Google say we want you mapping this particular area.
Yeah.
And maybe the Scottish have infiltrated that sort of signal and said, look, we need you to go to this postcode in Manchester. Yeah. Unbeknownst to Willy, it's the Scottish. And they've sort of lured him into a position that he doesn't realise that he's going to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're gonna capture him, maybe.
They're going to capture him and utilise...
force him to go and...
Yeah. So maybe it's espionage. It's sort of like, you are now a double agent, as in like, you're English, but you're now working for the Scottish.
Listen, pal. If you don't fucking do this, you're going to lose your budgies and your job.
Yeah.
The Budgies
Not
are
the job.
underrated. Yeah, nothing about his fiance.
Listen, pal, this can go sweet or sour.
yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And I do like the idea. I mean, I do like the idea of Sarah being in on it. You know what I mean? And maybe, because like it's like 10 years without an engagement. Maybe she's feeling a bit like. You know what I mean? Is there a bit of tension between them two? I don't know. Like,
The Scottish have thought about it.
No, maybe she's Scottish.
yeah, maybe she's Scottish.
Well, we also don't know his second name.
Yeah, we don't know his second name. That's right.
His first name's William. If his second name's Wallace.
Right. Okay. So what I want to happen is right. So Willy's got lured to a location in Manchester.
Nice,
What location?
It's got to be one of the big old buildings, like sort of the industrial ones. There's an old one actually, just what's the street called? Just off Oxford Road. If you keep going down towards like the Great Northern, there's a building there called the Royale, which has been boarded up.
Yes,
for years.
the old that used to be a nightclub.
Yeah, it used to be a nightclub.
Yeah.
No one's touched.
It's on Peter Street.
20 years.
Yeah.
Peter Street,
Yeah,
right?
beautiful building, isn't it?
Beautiful building, not been touched for years.
Right.
Right.
Headquarters.
Okay. So I think we need to go and map that area.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
signal that gets caught through. He parks up. Scottish agent enters the car. Two of them. So
Two
you
of
two
them.
are Scottish.
Okay.
You get in the back seats.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've left your door. You don't think anybody's going to get in your car.
Yeah,
You
you
Yeah.
leave Google alone, don't you?
So you.
We got our covert kilts on.
Yeah. So you two.
Camouflage.
Maybe the trousers, but then we tap them and they turn to kilts.
Yeah. I like the idea. So this is the little improv scene that I want to happen. You two get into the car. You're obviously a bit. You're going to be playing Willy.
Yeah, that fucking-
You two get in, and then one of you goes drive like that, and then I want the scene to happen. I want to find out what you guys want out of Willy.
Okay. Do you know what?
Right, dude.
Do you know what
So it's going to start with you saying drive.
Right. Drive.
Drive. What? So, who are you two?
Just drive.
We'll ask the questions, buddy.
You're not cold in them kilts.
I know it's comfortable temperature.
You got air conditioning.
As you probably heard over the radio, we have infiltrated the UK in cities such as Newcastle, Liverpool, Carlisle, Sheffield, Manchester, and soon to be the South.
And Keswick.
And guess, what do you want with me?
Well, listen, I know, pal. You drive around the country taking pictures.
Yeah, but legally, like you're making it sound dodgy.
Yeah, no, you work for the big guy. You work for Google.
Well,
We're with Yahoo.
we're with Bing.
Exactly.
You know?
I just
Fucking-
I asked Jeeves. He didn't know.
Yahoo are based in Scotland. Scottish-based company.
They are, so yeah.
Yahoo. Right. So I want to get access to your database so I can see the pictures you've been taking of cities such as Birmingham, Coventry, Oxford. That's the route we're going to take. We're going to come into London on the M40. Right. So I need to see your data. And if you don't show me that data, it's going to get a bit fucking nasty.
No, I take my job so seriously. There's no way you can see that data.
Right.
There's no way.
We know you've got 2 budgies.
How the fuck? How'd you know about sweet and sour?
I didn't. You just told me.
Yeah.
This is not the other agent.
The roof.
I imagine he's been in the front seat the
No.
whole time.
No.
He just goes,
I was going to imagine the glove box opens and your head's there. You're like, I've been on implant for months.
Right. Okay. So obviously they've given. They know.
Yeah,
Find him now, yeah.
We know where you live. We know you got 2 birds, and we know you got 1 wee bird who's not very happy. Sarah.
Why is she not happy?
10 years without a ring, pal. Think about it.
commitments. Important, pal. Commitments.
Imagine that. Like, you've got 2 Scottish agents wanting to sort of like take over the UK, but they're also concerned about your your fiance.
How do you rectify that?
Just commit.
Yeah.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Committing to fucking England, all right, man?
We fought a battle at the Battle of Bannockburn many years ago, and we lost to the English. But we've not given up. We've committed to a comeback, and this is our comeback.
How old are you, pal? You fought in that battle.
Relatives.
Did you go left or right here?
Yeah.
Right,
I think
Mackey's Oxford Road.
I think this has got to finish with getting you. I don't think you want to give us information, but it's got to be like, I'll sort it later down the line, and it's like,
Yeah. I'm stalling.
You're
But
stalling.
I'm just wondering, like in the Google cars, where do you think the information actually is?
In the cloud.
In the cloud.
Yeah, it's just-
So I might have to log on.
Yeah. I reckon you're the only van with the big fuck off satellite on the roof.
think?
Like, it's like a news van.
yeah,
That's what I've got in my head.
Right, I'm just thinking, because you make a good point. Like, how are they getting
Yeah,
the data?
where is this data?
Like, is it for the purpose of the story? You know, like when you have old car stereos, and it was like one of them which is sort of like, and that's like the hard drive for
Or he drives into the Google headquarters, isn't it?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the way of getting in.
And it looks just like a butcher's warehouse. You know what I mean? It's like so low key. But it's
Where
just
would our version of Silicon Valley be in the UK?
Lee. Yeah. No, it's in the UK.
It's Media City, isn't it?
Media City,
It's
Media City. I reckon that's a decent show.
Media City would be.
It's not a bad shout, is it, driving into Media City?
Yeah.
Goose shit and Fanta bottles just floating about everywhere.
Go on, where else could it be? Right, I don't really know Manchester too well. Obviously,
All right, show off. Where else would it be? then,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll go Media City because it's obviously all the
Yeah,
media's
it's
there.
glitz and glamour, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all new buildings. It's it's a innovation.
Where's the edge of technology? Eccles.
right? Okay,
It's actually Langweather. Yeah.
right. So just before we get the prompts, let's just clarify you then. So, are these agents still in the car when they get to Media City? Are they staying with him, or is
No, I think
he?
we've got out.
You've got out.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought it was one of them where you're like, the Google guy comes on, taps the window, asks how I've been today.
Yeah,
How
that's
you
what I
been, Willy?
thought.
No,
All
Have
right,
you
okay.
heard the news? And you're there like, in the
Right,
back, dead
okay.
quiet.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the thing, isn't it? You're essentially this double agent. You can't tell anybody that you're being held hostage because you're thinking about your budgies and your missus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the camera.
Yeah.
And just on every picture is your face.
yeah.
And then one of them like Google like fails, where it's like a dog like humping a tree or something.
Okay.
But so what we're thinking is we're going into Google headquarters, Media City. Boom. They're in the back. Oh, everything okay today, Willy? Yeah, fine, mate. No problem. This is like after hours, maybe as well, like 8 o'clock at night, maybe something like
Media
that.
City,
Yeah, you're a bit late.
Yeah.
Traffic.
Also, let me check the data. Right, okay. So we're at the headquarters. We're at Google headquarters.
But he's used Waze to get there.
Yeah, the few
Maps, yeah.
using ways.
Okay.
arrival.
Let's pick up one of the yellow ones.
What are you?
One of the yellows, and we're going to try and incorporate this into the story. So this could go bonkers.
This is going to go bonkers. They need to go to a jazz bar to clear their heads.
That's perfect.
Right,
Two Scottish
okay.
fellas.
In every James Bond, there's always a scene.
Yeah, there's always a scene in like a dance jazz bar or something like that, isn't
So
there?
what? So we've done what we need to do in Google.
Mate, right, this is it, innit? This is classic James Bond. So you've gone to Google, you've got the data. Maybe, let's say, have they got it on a USB stick? Like, are they carrying it in some way? Is it a laptop? What is it? It has to be something.
What do you reckon, Joe?
I
It's your
think
story.
it's something like a little USB thing that could easily go missing,
Right.
Or easily have one of those shots where it's like sort of flying through the air.
Yeah.
Land on something.
Okay. So you've passed that across to us.
It will land inside the jazz player's fucking
And
trumpet.
we go and put it in that little pouch in the front of our kilts.
Yes,
Yeah.
nice.
A sporran.
A sporran. Yeah,
No,
thank you.
sporran's a knife, actually, isn't it? I don't like. No, Rob.
I don't know. Just yeah. Yeah.
I only wore one once.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, like we said about the jazz bar element of it. So obviously, here's the USB stick. You give it them, you think job's done. Like, I'll give you the data. I'm free. But they're like, no, you've got to come with us.
You're staying with me, pal.
Yeah, because it needs to go. They need to go and meet someone in a jazz bar and sort of do the sort of. There is the transfer of the data, which usually happens in the back room of a jazz club. You know what I mean?
And for me, something will happen in the jazz bar, but they only need me until then.
Yeah.
And then that's the plan. Then I'm gone.
Okay.
But something happens in the jazz bar for me to continue with
I think you've got to end up saving the world in some way.
something. Yeah.
I've got an idea here.
Go
right?
on.
I reckon they go to the jazz bar, right? And the Scottish fellas are there, and they're like, okay, we're going to meet our contact.
You're doing a Biffy Clyro.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He goes to the bar and he goes,
Play the mountain.
yeah. He goes, pint of tenants, poured, not shaken.
Fine, it's
Poured, not shaken.
Do I have to ask again, pal?
I don't like a flat beer.
I think we're sat there, the three of us, looking a proper odd group, right?
Yeah.
And the contact arrives, and it's Sarah.
Yeah.
No, that is.
I think that's a good idea.
Right, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She is Scottish as well, by the way, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. And she's not assumed that it was going to be him as like the gateway to this.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm thinking about.
I think that's
the
good.
interaction.
She it hasn't been. It's like pure coincidence that it happens to be him.
Yeah.
She didn't know it was going to be him driving the Intel.
To be fair, do you know, like, there's the big finale scene.
Yeah.
There's always a big fight. Down the line, I do see it at the orthodontist.
Right.
Right, yeah.
I see like scraps with the fucking chisel. I see scraps with like, you know what I mean? He
Yeah.
saves the world in the orthodontist.
Well,
That's for the future.
Yeah.
But I can see it. What someone getting pummeled on the.
Well, maybe
the
she's
dentist.
been putting in like
Dental implants.
little listening devices in people's mouths.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
politicians. She works at a fancy orthodontist. She's been
Yeah.
putting like listening devices in people's teeth.
Or one step further, she's actually controlling what people say via the teeth.
Like a ventriloquist. He's behind them. Get your hand up my ass.
Why is
Actually, put it back in.
Yeah, the orthodontist called Nina Conte. I don't get it.
Right, okay, but we like this, right? So we're at a jazz bar.
What's the jazz bar called?
Rock the Jazz Bar.
Well, there was sonatas, wasn't there? There was sonatas in Manchester. That was a jazz bar.
Yeah. Has it gone?
Yeah, it was really
Never
sick.
went.
You got to miss that,
You
didn't
missed
it?
the belter there, mate.
Yeah, what is
Oh,
that?
but what's the jazz bar called?
Rock the Jazz Bar. I think
like
that's
that,
a really
Jazz
nice
Bar.
name for it. Yeah. So Rock the Jazz Bar. They're in there.
Clash.
Oh, sorry.
They're in there. So obviously, does Sarah come and sit down next to them, or do they go and sit down next to Sarah?
I don't know. It's a good thing because are they going to be sat there? Is there any awkward chat? If three of them have got a table, candlelight,
Yeah.
he's on edge. You know,
I
they've
think
got the
there's
tenants.
got to be like
Microsoft
a
Edge.
scene where she goes. No, I think there's got to be a scene where she walks in and goes, Willy, what you doing here?
Yeah,
But
I think she'd be more taken. Like I don't think that's the last thing she's picturing that he'd be there. Do you know what I mean? I think she's sat down. She's all business, sunglasses on, maybe a tuxedo, and right, and she's just waiting. You know, like slip back her like Steven Seagal style. She doesn't look how she normally looks.
Yeah.
She's usually like I don't know, maybe like bangs. I don't know, but for this Seagal style.
Yeah.
She goes in. They come and join him, and does she say, "What is the data? What is it she's saying? What is the data?"
Show me the data.
yeah.
Like, did you get the package?
Yeah. And just what does she want with this data? What are Scotland going to be able to achieve?
It's pictures of something that can help them win the war.
Yeah. It's like you're getting intel of like
Everyone's
street
data.
view, so you can figure out where we're gonna. They're attacking underground.
So
Yeah.
it's that element of like,
Even where some of the bigger, superior politicians live. Or where some of the bases are.
But it's also everything. Like you think data, Google's got so much information.
but I think what's key about Willy is it's specifically maps.
Yeah,
so it's just the street. So I'm thinking what you could do with that data is you'd know where every single grid is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
cover.
And it's sort of like, right, we've got all these coordinates for every grid. Rise. And it's like they come out. Rise!
to the charger bagpipes.
But it's coming from underground.
Yeah.
You're like,
Imagine that woman who's drunk before she's walking down the street going, "Can you hear bagpipes?"
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a full-on tattoo that comes out of the grid. You know what I mean? All these pipers.
Yeah.
Right, no, so, but it's in key locations. They'll know where the
Yeah, exactly. So I think it is that sort of coordinates of where Scotland can rise in the streets of Manchester and take it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So she gets the USB stick,
Yeah.
plugs it into her laptop.
Back to it. Is she surprised that Willy's there? Like, did she think they might have got rid of Willy? That is she like, oh, you're supposed to? He was supposed to not be here.
Well, I think because basically they've got Willy in order to just make sure that this transaction sort of happens, haven't they? They're sort of keeping him as collateral for now. So
They've got him by the Willy, mate.
They've got him by the Willy. So she's just talking to them two at first. He's just sort of like in the bar, but not near them. She puts it in.
That's what's all about. Like year 7 PE.
For the listener, Harry has just pulled out a science in sport water bottle.
Been doing it
child.
Yeah, all the time. That's why we're in shorts.
Yeah.
He's also sat down.
Thirsty man.
Right, so I imagine, right, just so, because obviously for Sarah, if she saw him, it'd send her head west, I think, if you saw it straight away. So I think that they've gone to the club, the two chaps. Can we give names to these two chaps, by the way, the Scottish fellas?
No, we didn't actually.
Edie McCready.
Right, Edie and McCready. Right, so we've got Edie and McCready. Right, so they go...
greedy.
Yeah. So they go and sit down next to Sarah. Meanwhile, Willy's by the door just waiting for the thumbs up, like, it's sorted, you can leave. They plug it into Sarah's laptop.
Yeah.
Problem. Encrypted, maybe. You know what I mean? Password protected.
But all the while, right? In the background, the jazz musicians are building up to a big finale like that. And then as soon as you feel like I can see like a crosscut of like the fucking trumpet guy giving it the saxophone.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and it's like loading. And when it says encrypted, there's the finale, bang, Willy, boom, table's up. He's twatted Edie and he's legged it. And it's a fucking it's go time now. It's go time.
Have you watched the film Whiplash?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can imagine the whole while as she's plugging it in, there's that tension.
Yeah.
And there's the build up, and there's the boom, bang, encrypted, and then the roof gone. It's the roof gone up.
Right, okay. Yeah, I like that.
Like erupted.
What you?
Right, so hits us.
I thought you hit me.
We're knocked out, right? And you've darted out the door.
I've dived on.
Right.
And as Sarah's not clocked that it was, or she has clocked that it was you, that it was Willy.
I think now maybe she's clocked.
I think she's got to. Like,
But in the sort of hysteria, has he clocked that it was Sarah? As he...
Well, maybe like there's a bit where he's
maybe that's
running
what
out.
tips him over the edge.
But maybe a bit where they're running out and he stops, he goes, Sarah. Like he sees her and it's like it's and he's got to go, I've got to go, and then he legs it. Maybe it's like a moment where he sees her and he's like...
I think he's recognised her, right? And his first thought, which is his pride and joy, is sweet and sour. So he's like, Scotland are after me. Not the UK, they're after me. Yeah. So my first thought is, if I'm him, I'm going back home. I'm getting both these birds, the Budgies, right? And I'm packing a bag and I'm taking the cages with me, and we're off, right? We're gonna make haste. Yeah. So I think he's bolting back to Burnage where he lives. Yeah.
No, maybe he stops. He goes, Sarah, and she goes like, I didn't touch the kids.
What?
Me and the birds.
All right.
I like this.
What a moment. Everyone in the bar just turns around and looks at them.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on behind us?
Yeah.
I meant the birds.
I like the idea.
Goes, I should hope not.
I like the idea, right, of obviously he's fucking clocked these two, right, and he's like, right, I need to get home to the Budgies, and he's speeding, he's proper bombing it back to the house.
Is he still in the Google car?
He's still in the Google car.
So good.
Yeah, he's still in the Google car.
Taking so many pictures.
Yeah, he's intel.
Tracking him.
Yeah, he bombs it back to house. He gets into his apartment, goes to the Budgies, and Sarah's there with a gun next to She's got a gun next to both Budgies' heads like that. Yeah. She's put a cage either side of her.
Both the birds have got the wings up.
Imagine how kind of shot you'd have to be to shoot a Budgie in head. Especially two at once.
But yeah, so what she's done is she's got one either side of her, so her arms are just pointing like that, and it's literally point blank to each Sweet and Sour's heads. Yeah. And she's like, "Where's the password, Willy? Yeah. Where's the password?" Yeah. And he's like, I don't know it. You know what I mean? He's still trying to defend his country and the birds at this point.
Does this, when it starts to come out about, I think we have a little role play here, right? I think you play Sarah here, okay? And I think you play Willy. Yeah. I think, right, there's got to be maybe that element of, just as like to play with, you're like, we've been together 10 years, pal.
Sarah, where did you get the guns from?
I bought these.
No.
Yeah, I bought them online years ago.
Listen,
about 8 years ago.
8 years ago. This is Sarah, you don't need to do this. You don't need to kill sweet and sour. Or as they are, sour and sweet.
I never liked these birds, man. I never liked them.
It's your idea.
Why do you think I got you to get them?
Because you knew I'd fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And you'd hold me to them one day.
Exactly. Because as soon as I knew you weren't going to be with me for the rest of my life, because you never committed and put the fucking wedding in motion. I knew that if I got you something that you'd love, I'd be able to take it away. Like you took away my life with you.
Sarah, let's be frank here. Scotland will never do it. They'll never do it.
Sarah, love, let's be frank. Yeah, they're shit at football. They're shit at invasions.
Come on, we got a lot of listeners up there. Is that me saying the Yank thing?
Yeah. Once they get to the Midlands, Sarah, you're fucked. You're fucked. And there's no...
You're not getting past the toll.
You'll be stuck on that M6 toll. You couldn't pay cash or card. You'll be fucked, Sarah.
There's more people in London.
Yeah. So put the guns down. Let's talk about...
You don't think I can do this, do you, boy? You do not think that I can do this well. If you don't give me this password, listen, Sweet and Sour are going to fucking bird heaven, man. Seriously. So what's the password? What is it? Bang!
Have you killed one of them?
Sour's fucking gone, boy. Sour's gone.
You didn't even give me a chance, Sarah.
Exactly.
You said, tell me the password. I was about to tell you it.
Well,
But it's like such a good shot. It's like right there on a Budgie's head. Like,
Sweet.
The password is...
Say your last word, Sweet.
The password is... Stop, Sarah. I'll tell you the password. It is...
And then someone's got a coming out, right?
I thought I was going to give you the password. Will you marry me? 101. And then you...
I think that's really good. It could be like a combination of numbers, and you're like, that's the date for the wedding.
That's good.
Yeah. You're like,
I think you need to reverse the
you
killing
go,
of...
You go, so what's the password?
I think you need to kill the reverse... No, you need to reverse the killing of Sour.
Well,
that was so dramatic.
A Budgie would die of shock.
Look, she could perform first aid in a minute on said Budgie.
Yeah, because
right?
fuck me, that got me. Like, tell me the password. Bang, straight away. I was going to tell you the fucking...
I like the idea. She's like, what's the password? And you're like, 7th of June, 2026. Why? Because it's the date we're getting married.
We were getting married.
Yeah.
And then at that point...
I booked the wedding.
Yeah. I think, right, the combination here is not that you're going to lose your jobs and your kids. It's that you are going to lose your jobs, you lose your job and your kid.
Because
you know what I mean? It's like, if you've not achieved it, you might have saved the relationship. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
And Scotland and England.
Yeah.
Effectively. Like this relationship saves England.
Yeah,
it does.
Effectively.
Yeah.
Don't we need another prompt?
But we need one more prompt. And remember,
what's this one?
Another yellow one. But the ending for this episode is they lost the business and their children. They lost the business and their children.
Okay.
So
this is where we have a fight in the orthodontist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I think we're at a point now where I've said that password. You're looking into my eyes.
Yeah.
And then something mad happens now.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking fingers crossed.
Well, I reckon
Great, yellow one.
In the middle there.
I think there's a love-making scene. There always is in the Bond film.
Yeah.
This is a bit mad. It's about the weather.
Right.
It started to hail. Proper hail. Like it needed that bit. Well, so it's hailstoning big time.
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
Helm's Deep
Yeah,
rain.
that's drama. Yeah.
No. It started to hail, proper hail. And they go looking at the window. They go and look at the window.
It's like we've never seen it before.
And they're looking, and they're like, "Where is it? Where is it?" Because it's the noise that they thought.
Yeah.
But it's the bagpipes coming up through the floor.
Right,
you know, like it's like Scotland are underneath and they're ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, flew out of Scotland.
Yeah.
Man, covers.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, so it's like they've arrived.
Yeah.
Potentially. That was just a thought.
A
Or
little bit. Something needs to break this nice sort of like moment because we need to get to the. And I think maybe something about the Scottish coming.
Yeah.
Backup arriving for Sarah or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So say if then you've now turned. You're on the English side.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just tell you a bit of
Fucking
advice.
We're making.
I don't know if I can forgive you. The way you
I was going to say, I don't think this relationship's got a future.
Well,
she's
crazy.
turned suddenly after shooting your Budgie.
It's doing nothing for like sexism as well. It's like so fragile. The fact that her just getting married solves like how shallow is she?
Oh, I'm getting married, great.
with her.
Absolute psycho.
All my beliefs. Just gone.
Right. Okay. So one Budgie is down because I think you're at this point now where it's like, well, you maybe have confirmed it for me that you aren't the woman for me. You're just doing this to save yourself and Sweet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that he.
Right. I've got it. She works at the orthodontist, right? And we're saying that was like part of the operation where she's been basically aiding the Scottish.
Yeah.
So
She does his teeth.
well, she says, look, I can make this right. I'm so glad we're getting married, right? I'll start making plans, but let me make this right beforehand. So she goes, you need to come with me to work, right? Because that is where...
Your umbrella.
Yeah. That's where...
I've got it.
Go on. You keep going. Because he just said he got it,
Yeah.
and then midway through where he had it, you said you got it.
No, it is. Mine's much better.
They head towards the orthodontist, right? And I think at this point, it's like she is going to shut down everything she's once activated, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like the crescendo of the Scottish arriving, them being there. And
Maybe she blows the lid on the underground network, on the mapping system, because that's how essentially England don't know how they've arrived in Carlisle, in Newcastle. They don't see how they've been attacked. But she's going to blow the lid on like...
We should have had a English Prime Minister response on the news.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. So she's been putting
implants
in people's mouth to make them say stuff. They've been ringing people going, the Scottish are beneath the sewage. No one believes us.
Right.
And then she's like, I know how we can make them believe us. And they make them do an announcement.
Right, via the teeth.
Yeah,
okay.
This teeth thing's mad though.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of Scotland and England is also mad. living in the tunnels is also mad. But I'm glad that's your benchmark.
That's our offering. So what are you thinking, Joe?
I'm thinking definitely that there's a way to help close this whole thing down at the orthodontist.
Right.
There's a way for her to stop all of this.
Yeah.
But the Scottish are coming. McCready. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're on the way. They're tracking them a little bit. So in the orthodontist, it's all going to come to a head. Either she's going to be like getting on to this software she's created.
Yeah.
She gets people to chat for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like them walking into the orthodontist and the actual orthodontist is there and she just like, he goes, oh, hi, Sarah. And she just fucking ends him, with a gun. Just like, like one of them dead nonchalant.
Who loses their business, it could be him.
Yeah. She just, oh, you're right, sir. Bang, dead.
Yeah.
Like she's...
And she's still talking about wedding plans. Right. I've got a band already. A band sorted already.
She's fucking wild.
My sister's going to come. Your brother can't, though. Don't like him.
Bang.
But
Who's your best man going to be? No bed.
Yeah,
Bang.
exactly. Yeah.
It was
You're not going abroad.
Yeah. No stag dudes. Bang.
Yeah.
Or you can probably go to Edinburgh if you want.
Yeah.
You think my gran can travel?
Bang.
Right. Okay. So she's just repeatedly shooting at a man that is already dead. Right. Okay.
That would be bang.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh, you mad bin. Just put just put the code in.
Yeah.
And fucking make the teeth talk.
Yeah. Make the teeth talk. Make the teeth talk.
I think at this point, Eden, McCready and Greedy all arrive. And then, that thing when they take a... When you get your red braces.
No.
That horrible thing in your mouth. You got
The mould.
And then you can't breathe. I reckon she shoves it in her mouth and they go...
Right, okay. Right.
What other weaponry has a dentist
A drill.
A drill.
Scissors.
I shoot my dog with
Little metal cutters, aren't they? Cause they...
Yeah. Little suction pipe.
Anesthetic.
Yeah, so they make them all...
morphine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You said it, mate.
Yeah. Maybe
Where your
fucking got it right.
Your mouth's down a bit.
I think that's how it goes, right? So there's like Edie McCready come in, right? And there's a bit of a scuffle, okay? One of them's come in with a bag of peas because obviously he's been
Willy's,
battered hours before, right? So I think...
A bag of peas?
Only peas. Just go, my eye's killing me, right? She goes to shoot... Click, no ammo, right?
Oh, fuck me.
Throws the gun at him, right? And he takes it in the other eye. He's like, Christ almighty. Right. And at that point, he's like coming towards a windmilling with his eyes closed, right?
Windmilling?
Yeah.
All his hands.
Yeah, and William. Yeah.
Put me out of the Scottish fight.
Yeah, he's got a kilt on.
So, put it away, son.
I think Willy is... goes to get involved, but she moves him out the way, puts this lad in an armbar, sorts him out, right? But then Creedy comes across with a anaesthetic, right? And just fucking puts one in her arm, right? And then
Numbs her arm?
Yeah, he's just hitting her with anaesthetic.
Oh
She's
my
just
God,
numbing up.
She's so numb.
Yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
everything apart from her mouth is numb.
What's going on?
She's like, she starts off.
How many's Creedy got?
She starts fighting.
Also, as if they're all pre-prepared. No,
As if he's been in the corner pushing the air out.
Yeah.
He keeps hitting her,
Flicking
but she starts not feeling it. She's like, this doesn't even fucking hurt.
So he's Willy occupied having someone else in the background. They're scrapping.
Yeah.
I think Willie's terrified. He's like,
But what I'm trying to get at is she's got the last piece of information, but her mouth's starting to numb up.
Yeah, she
right,
can't
and that
get it
is
out.
what the deactivation is going to be, right? And it has to finish on they lost their kids.
It was. Sorry, it was. They lost the business and their children.
They lost their business and their children. Right. Well, to be fair, the orthodontist.
Yeah, the orthodontist has lost his business.
Well, can I just add my little twist as what I was thinking, right? Because obviously we found out that she's a bit of a psycho.
Yeah.
That's been established now. If she's been in this
Bridezilla.
sort of like relationship with him, but also been part of the Scottish government to sort of invade England, she's obviously been living a double life or whatever. So so you said before Willy was like, oh, the password is wedding date.
The wedding date, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good, that one.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God, wedding. Yeah, he actually loves me. Yeah, right. Let's go to the orthodontist. Kills the orthodontist, whatever, that's fine.
The orthodontist bit is the fact that she's dead, bang.
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
away.
So she's killed the Budgie, one at Budgies. She killed the orthodontist.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sweet's with him just in tow. Anyway, she gets to the computer. She's like, can you put in the password? As he's putting in the password, she's behind him with the morphine as soon as he's put it in and sends him to sleep. Right?
Right. Okay. Like a mask.
Yeah. Oh.
he's so numb still.
No, so the fight
This
bit
is
has
before the scrap.
Yeah, this is before the scrap. So essentially, she's got the information, and she's fucking put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I think it'd be so shallow for her to just completely change and be like, "Oh right, he's giving me the wedding date. That means he loves me." And I just thought maybe there's a different angle where it's like, no, she fully goes mad, and he wakes up, fucking Sweet's dead. You know, like maybe like she's pretty
Killed
much
his kids.
killed his kids, yeah, and obviously his business is gone
Yeah.
because
Burnt his van.
And I think it
Yeah.
ends a happy ending. No, they have laughing gas at the orthodontist. They call it laughing gas.
right, yeah.
She puts the laughing gas into the drains, and that's what makes it. They're all like, "Oh, we should just get along." Everyone's laughing with each other.
Wow.
I love that because I don't want to
Wow.
Wow, I love that.
I don't want an end.
Yeah.
We need
No,
a
but I
All I can
resolution.
see is he wakes up like that. He's in the dentist chair. He can see outside in the car park. His Google van's on fire.
Yeah.
She's in
Scottish,
fucking
the
mad.
Scottish are here.
Yeah, Scottish. Yeah. Have you three rocked up yet? Because in this one, you've not had a fight yet.
Yeah, exactly. That
I think all that happened in between him being morphined, the fight, didn't it?
maybe he wakes up and Edie and McCready are both dead. She's just killed them as well because why not? You know what I mean? She's ruthless, this woman.
Yeah.
Do the Scottish achieve their invasion? That's the question, Josh.
Yeah. So basically, obviously, we've offered up our little choices there. So you can go with Harry's. That's absolutely fine. What are you thinking from that
I
point they're
always
in
love a
there?
happy ending, me.
Right. Okay. Well, let's
you
do
know what I
that.
mean? You do like, but how is Willy going to be happy? If Sweet and Sour die, then you think that maybe England succeeds somehow.
Right. Okay. I get what you mean.
But you've got to have they lost the business and the children. Well, the children might die. Business is gone because of the Google car. But how can he succeed in any way? Is there anything he can do where he could pull something out of the bag here?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
We could have on a like while the invasion's happening, right? The British forces will be gathering. They
Yeah,
will
of
be.
course they will.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I've just come up with a good idea. Right. So obviously you weren't very you didn't want Sour to die.
Yeah, I was gutted.
So I like the idea, right, of her going bang, and Sour spins round. Obviously he shot him, and then it goes down. You know, like the feet are still attached to the bar that they're on.
Yeah.
And he looks at you, and he just goes.
A fucking bird winking.
For the
at
listener,
me.
yeah, he just winked. Lewis.
Fuck me, wow.
He winks because he anticipated the bullet, and you have such a good relationship. He anticipated.
What kind of fucking budgie is this?
That's why you love him so
I love
much.
him.
Yeah, they're so clever.
She's shot. She's thinking,
Yeah,
I blew
they're
this.
actually paper mache legs.
She thinks she's blew his head off, but he's gone over, span under, looked at you, and he's gone. and you've gone, right, I've clocked that. I can't let it slip that I know he's still alive.
Yeah.
So the kid's still alive. Sarah's in tow at the orthodontist, so they're still technically both alive now. Do you know what I mean? So he's not been shot. We've got 2 budgies still surviving.
Budgie flies to the head of the British services.
Yeah.
He's got parrot abilities. That's mimicking like what's happening.
The only other thing I can think of is in some way, she like with the images or whatever, she's about to send them.
Right.
And when he does break through the code, he goes, look at them again. And inside is images of her, like, celebrating England wins or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
He somehow switched the USBs around.
Yeah.
Because he's now, and then, so they think they've got everything they need here. You know, they've burnt the orthodontist to the ground. The invasions are on the way. Budgies are dead.
Yeah.
He's spark out. McCready and all that, rubbing their hands together, you know, a couple of iron brews, tenants and all that. And then she kind of like looks at the files one more time. And she sent it to all the Scottish mates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's all just like either them on holiday and she's wearing an England top.
Yeah.
They played each other not long ago, England and Scotland.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it's a 2-team league.
Yeah. She's got she's there's just some pictures that incriminating her there. She couldn't believe it.
Right.
So maybe then she has to delete it quick and closing everything down.
Right.
Or there's sort of like infighting.
Right.
I like the fact that like the orthodontist is the guy that lost his business and his kids. That's in my where I see it.
Right.
going,
Okay. What were his kids though? Because they need to be dead if that's the case.
Maybe they were there after school and she's just killed.
Yeah.
His son's literally just had his brace tightened.
Yeah.
And he was like,
maybe it's one of them shots where the dentist went, hi, and he was actually working on his son's teeth, and she shot him through the stomach, and it's sort of gone through his stomach.
Yeah.
And just
Well,
sort
let's not
of
make it too sad. The kids were like 16, so they were paying in the ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were old. They were
Yeah,
adults.
yeah,
They weren't
Probably
children.
cost him a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, no one below the age of 10 has a brace. So
I
you know
did.
what
I mean? I had a bad jaw me when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah. I
You're
had
quite a strong jaw now.
Really? Yeah.
You could
He's got quite a strong jaw.
what a lovely compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video? The video of it they have like I think it's a sketch, but they're talking like a fake argument, and he grabs his knob like, goes, "You want a bit of this?" And she's behind the camera, goes like it's like an altercation. He goes, "No, it's not big enough anyway." And his mate next to him goes, "It is. It is." I felt like I was in that then.
Wow.
He's got what a lovely jaw.
You got a strong jaw. You got a strong jaw now, ain't you? But yeah, okay. So the orthodontist kids who are adults.
Yeah. They've perished, right? Okay. And what I think is like this England win, but the start of this conflict, it could be like a 4-year war. You know what I mean? Because we could revisit this.
Yeah.
I'm saying, imagine it finishes and it's like the end of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like Jesus Christ.
We want a sequel, don't we?
Yeah.
So
I was just about to say, what about just last one? I'm thinking of just the kids element of the orthodontist, just so we've wrapped that up in the bow. No, as in like if the orthodontist right gets killed, and Edie and McCready fall to the knees, Dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was that was the reason why the orthodontist, without Edie and McCready's son, like children. The orthodontist children was Edie and McCready.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? And Edie and McCready died because we wanted some sort of like fight element in that.
Madness,
do you know what? It is
madness.
madness. We don't have to go with it.
Though. I like it. Fucking why not?
Yeah.
The Budgies are winking.
Yeah.
The girls killed him because she's like, we're only allowed 70 guests and I'm not inviting my boss and his family.
Yeah. I was just throwing it out there. But go on. Go with what you were going with about the 4-year war.
I just think there's
the 4-year war.
Yeah, it's the 4-year war. And I think that yes,
Listen, lads, we're out of time.
It's a happy ending because he has warned the British government,
Yeah,
and they've now reacted to the imminent invasion that has come through the manhole covers of the UK.
Yeah.
And I think we can revisit this story if we wanted.
Okay.
I see the last shot of the 2 budgies and the red and white flying across the
Yeah.
sunset.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
That's
that.
nice, that, isn't it?
But we're
it's
still
like
in war
a
at this
tank
point.
going through a new build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Knocking down Adrian's wall. There's a road.
Yeah, I just imagine it's like guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
How do you see the final shot?
To be fair, I see, unfortunately for Willy and Sarah, I see both of them perishing.
Right.
I feel like Willy sacrificed himself for the greater good.
Yeah.
But the Budgies do at the end still fly off.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
then
quite
like-
poetic.
and then the war just sort of rumbles on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't actually know. So
Yeah.
it's sort of like them two have now gone. Willy's done all he can to help England in this fight.
yeah.
And all we see is the Budgies flying off, and then we just see, not focusing on it, but like background.
And then music comes in, and it's like
Mm.
3 lines on the shirt, just like a
Look,
really somber
the
rendition of 3.
lighting seeds. Wow.
Me, my mum, my dad, and me friend were off to Vindaloo.
To war. We're going to war. We're going. England's
Going to war.
Yeah, no, I reckon he
Dead soft
kills her.
like that.
I reckon he looks at her and goes, "The only way to stop you is to kill you," and he kills her.
But they both do, like so. Essentially,
Yeah.
He like blows a canister or something in there. They've all got like air canisters, haven't they? In these.
Oh yeah, but the Budgies fly out just in time.
Yeah, he goes, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do it."
so he's on his back. He's injured, and he's fucking the gun sort of next to him. And she thinks she's got away with it, and he just grabs the gun and sees the canister and just fires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang.
But she can't feel it.
Yeah, she's
She's
on.
She's like, is it on in here? Couldn't tell. That's funny, yeah.
I'm dead.
Literally burnt to the bone.
I know.
Right? She's can't feel a thing.
And then the
Okay,
Budgies
that's
fly away, but we don't know the end of the war. We let
Yeah.
what people think about that.
Yeah.
But there is a war.
If you guys want to vote on who you think wins this war, just let us know in the comments, guys.
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
Joe, that was great.
Yeah,
man.
mate.
Love
Very,
it.
very funny.
I enjoyed that. So there's little bits that I can just click on in terms of what I watch, and I just watch certain bits. I will watch you killing Salah over and over again. In fact, I can't actually wait to watch it again. The way you went, what's the password? Bang! Just done. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
What was your experience, mate?
I could visualize the whole thing, which
Yeah.
is weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's mad how you get into it. isn't it?
Yeah. I was there about the whole.
I pictured like Robert Carlisle as like a
Yes.
grizzled Scottish like general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who's he playing though in that?
He's on the Scotsman. He's playing like one of the generals. I just imagine.
Oh
on the
right,
ground.
for when the
Yeah,
the war
yeah,
story
yeah,
part
yeah,
comes
yeah,
in. Yeah.
Because obviously Nicola Sturgeon is like the figurehead of the.
Of course.
Yeah, she's out of work now, so she'd definitely take the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would.
I thought you did.
She would.
Yeah, you got Andy Robinson. He's fine. Scott McTominay's there.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
He's like, I'm not
David
sure what
Deal.
side I'm going to be on. Which side do I qualify for?
Yeah.
Stephen Naismith. Loads of Scottish
Jay
talents.
Adams.
Yeah, just kicking grenades.
Yeah.
Like,
You're supposed to throw them.
We still need to figure out when St Andrew's Day is, because that's the day it's all set. We have no idea when it's going to go.
Ben, give us a Google on that.
Alexa, when is St Andrew's Day?
St Andrew's Day is on the 30th of November.
I knew it was in the
You
fucking
weren't
cold
too-
times.
You weren't too far off with
First
it.
of October.
Yeah.
Well, that weren't we?
Right, well, what we do, just before we wrap up, what we do, Joe, is we like to sort of do a pitch for the movie.
Okay.
So you essentially the lead writer.
Yeah.
We are 3 investors,
This is
executives.
all made up studios.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And you essentially have just got to pitch in like a minute or two, like what this movie's about,
Yeah.
and why we should invest in it. You know what I mean?
Our office is on the top floor of a building in New York.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right. Okay.
Thank you for the invite, guys, today. It means a lot.
No problem. No problem.
It's okay.
Obviously, this year we had the brilliant film, quite successful in the box office as well, called Civil War. Did any of you see it?
Yeah, about America.
Yeah.
America.
Essentially, it sort of said what happened if Texas and California were together, an alliance, and they took on the rest of America. It was like a civil war. Well, it's not a sequel, so to speak, but it's kind of like in the same realm.
Oh,
What if Scotland one day invaded England?
I like that. I
Now-
like that.
now-
Okay.
now-
I like
It's-
that.
It's always been the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, really are. Yeah, really are. Picture the scene. An average man doing a job that is quite unique. He drives the Google cars.
Google. I love Google.
Google
Google's
car-
great.
Yeah.
Google's
They'll
great.
put a bit-
Sponsors.
Yeah.
They'll put a bit of cash into it. They'll have to make him look good in a way. But
Yeah.
there's a scene where the car sets on fire.
But it
Someone
burns.
will put it out.
It burns for hours.
Yeah. Great magic. Great magic. Great magic. Like, so they'll put a bit of money into it.
I like that.
He's a normal man, 2 budgies and a wife. Anyway, it turns out the Scottish are going to use him to try and defeat England in this war. Can one man with 2 budgies and a dream help England in their battle against the dirty Scots. Sorry about that. Sorry. Against. Sorry about that. Sorry, no.
That's your reminder.
Yeah. Against the brave Scots in an epic clash.
I'm sold.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I
Like
think
it. Needs a good name though, doesn't it? I'm thinking.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like Scotland. I like England.
Yeah.
I think this is good. This has got legs. I really like it.
I like guns and then guns.
There's guns. Everyone's
We could supply the guns.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll get the NRA involved. They'll love it. Google. We've got money being made here, isn't it?
We do have a dental sponsor though.
Yeah. Can we get dentistry involved in the
Colgate will
storyline
be
somehow?
Colgate. This battle is sponsored by Colgate.
God, that is so sad
Yeah.
that I can actually see that happening
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
So
Gerard
funny.
Butler's in it as well.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in it.
But he's like,
David
that-
Tennant.
I think
Yeah.
Gerard Butler's not even a part. Like he's an extra.
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
is that Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
Could
No,
we-
he's the orthodontist who kills straight away. Don't even get. You don't have to pay him a fee for saying any lines.
My only question would be, I want a scene where he has to get some headspace in a cool jazz bar.
Great, because in fact we can get a couple of quid off these guys. There's a bar in Manchester where I think some of this film will be set called Rock the Jazz Bar. They said they'll do a free giveaway for us. You know, they'll post it on their socials as well when
Cool.
the film comes out. They've got about 10,000.
We love
followers,
Manchester.
so
You've got 10,000 on.
They have.
That's great.
Already,
That's more than all of us combined.
already we're off the ground, aren't we? We've Rock the Jazz Bar. They'll get the ball rolling.
Joe, we love it. We love it.
Brilliant.
We love you. Thank
we'll
you
get
for
filming
coming.
straight away.
And budget-wise, what are we thinking? How much is
Budgies?
going to...
Yes, two of them.
I like that. I like this guy a lot.
One of them died,
British
though,
humour.
so. Actually, no, both of them stay alive. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The main part of the budget will have to go on training, said Budgies, because one of them needs to wink.
Right. Okay.
That's gonna be tricky.
That scene, right? I know I'm breaking out of character. That is so funny. That for me, visually, that
just to give it a little.
just goes,
a Budgie winking,
Yeah.
and the guy going, right, I can't break it. I can't break
Yeah.
character.
It's very Austin Powers.
Yeah.
That's what it is in my head.
It is.
But Joe, that was a great pitch.
Yeah.
We'd invest. Big fan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
We'll come up for a title with it another time.
So into that, by the way.
I know it's mad,
Stop
isn't
thinking about it.
it? Right.
I would invade Scotland.
Love to have you back on at some point.
Yeah. For the sequel.
Yeah.
4 years later, we'll see how it all ends.
Yeah, that'd be mad. If it's like if you've not listened to the first episode, do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is going to make no sense. First 2 minutes, like, so these budgies.
Yeah. Are they still winking?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that, Joe. Thank you very much, mate,
Yeah.
for doing it.
Thank you.
Go on, wrap it up.
Yes. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a review for us. We're doing pretty well on them. And come and watch us at the Fringe. Tickets are on sale 2nd till the 12th of August. We'll be at the Fringe doing a live show every day, which will be good. Are you up at the Fringe at all?
No, not really. No, but you know what? Because you boys there might drive down for the day.
Yeah.
See ya.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
like-
Is it ticket? You buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Maybe
you want.
Yeah.
Also, if you need somewhere to stay, I've got a place you can stay.
He's got a strong jaw as well.
He's got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
So nice.
Don't stay with these lads.
Wild.
Yeah, his house is fully...
Also, if you didn't like it, don't leave a review.
Yeah, that does help.
Don't be tight.
We just keep getting positive ones, so thank you very much. Joe, thank you very much for coming
Lovely.
on. People can find you online.
Go watch Sloppy Joe's podcast. That is us at our finest. And if you want serious stuff, BBC, but go to the Sloppy Joe's podcast.
Happy days.
you go.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next week. This has been All Made Up with Joe McGrath.
It's all